At Storm, we're known for our innovations. Take a look. You'll probably spot a few of your all-time favorites. The ones you trusted. Ones that changed your game. Ones you won with. Each one a step forward. Each a reminder that progress never sleeps. And the best part? We're just getting started. Storm. Still the Bowlers Company.
Get those machines back to first ball. We're pretty clear on Deadwoods. Once again, congratulations for making it this far. Everybody that's here is going to make at least $230 after the lineup. So get your check. Just know. No yelling deeds because there's not $20 short in there. That's what it is. Thanks again, 406 Streaming. Good luck. Good bowling.
All you gotta do is, when you put it on, push the button down. You'll hear mute or unmute, and then that's it.
It's on. Does it just randomly scroll through the...
Every 90 seconds, it goes through each camera.
Okay.
So, yep.
I like it. Good morning, bowling people. It's Pooter. I'm gonna watch some bowling on here for a minute. Challenging week here. You're going to see a lot of people try to attack stuff different ways on fresh. Normally 41 feet, you'd think the gutter would be in play. It is not. Too much volume on the outside part of the lane, so I think typically you'd see some people trying to play the ditch, and that look was no good. So unfortunately, we don't have a long practice session to start breaking these lanes in, so they're going to start a little farther left than you'd probably ideally see. So game 4, they're going to be not getting the ball down the lane so far, unless it's in the air. Duncan's had a pretty rough week. Lots of right around their scores. Finally got in last night, the last session. Been grinding away. The hardest part about this week, it seems like no matter what, you couldn't avoid the one bad game. and it's hard to shoot 260, 270 to make up for it. Oh yeah. No, left side's not there. Morgan tried to enter in her 205 and under, but we looked up his 239 composite average and decided he was not there. Morgan will have left side to himself all day, which should be a benefit until people get over in front of him. We might lose a little bit of the front part of the lane, but we do re-oil after the cashier's round before we head into match play. And also for the step ladder finals for the top 4, we do a TV pair. So you'll be right here on 21 and 22. Championship match, always on pink pins at the Idaho Open. So, lots of fun. YouTube. Corey Maher, real accurate player here on 22. As I say that, he misses 2 right and equals 6 down lane. They are incredibly tight. There's a lot of volume, but it's not long. So if you get in, there's no length to get the ball down the lane. If you get right, there's no friction to get the ball to read early. And our lane panels here are only 2 years old, so not a lot of house trap, we'd like to say, built into them. Fun fact about Steve, he strikes a lot in this house. He's a past champion. Bowled 300 match play one year. When the lanes were impossible. They were, the year that Steve shot 300, the lanes were about like this as far as scoring pace.
Once again, if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to jump in and ask. We'll try to get to them. Once again, thanks to Derek Peterman here. He's blowing on lane 11. He's one of our major event sponsors here with Electric Motor Rewind. Well, he's gone off screen now, but thanks again to him. Some scores coming into this round in qualifying. Steve Klumpkin was your tournament leader at plus 106. Second was Mike Orham at plus 91. Third, Clay Reese, plus 88. Fourth, Cameron Henning, plus 62. 5, Lewis Doby, plus 58. 6 is Gio, plus 51. The Tylers, plus 47, plus 45. Andy, plus 40. Brett coming at plus 33. Dustin Wardell, plus 32. Alf, plus 27. Braden Link, plus 23. The Tyler Kelly and Lynn Walker are tied for plus 19. Dallas Burke, plus 15. And Sam Lane, plus 16. So you're plus 15. Your current cut, because we cut the top 16 after these 4 games, is plus 15. probably show up in 45 minutes. Yeah. I think. I don't know. Oh, what a spare by Dallas. If you see what looks like a decent shot and they miss the head pin, you know why. Come on. Join the party. Ooh, ah. All right, Steve Klemkin, or Leo the second. Oh. Too right, got a little steep through the front. I think it was actually good down lane, but just a little entry. A little change of angle Xing out of the pattern equals missing the head pin. We got two lefties in. Yeah, Braden. Got two lefties, Morgan Robinson, Braden Lee. We got our idiot here, spare strike spare and 5-bagger. Fun thing about this tournament, if you bowl enough squads, you get a chance to get in the through an idiot squad. So if you bowl 5 squads, you're eligible for the idiot. And then the highest total for your 5 squads of those people gets you in. Another little perk. And Keegan was the one that got a sneak through, currently on 23 and 24. Yes, thanks, Nate. We do have some damn good pizza. We make it from scratch every morning. They're back there making dough, keeping stuff rolling. To be honest with you, we have a 27 lane pizza restaurant. That's what we got. Cover by Breck here on 26. I should stop watching the lanes. I should watch the feed. We got 3 lefty. We got Loose too. Loose. Jake. I don't know what the ratio is, but I'm pretty sure our based on entries, our left-handed making the cut ratio is pretty high. It'll be interesting to see how they develop for the left-handers. I know for the right, as we move along, tendency is to want to get left and open up your angles because you can't get the ball through the front part of the lane. And then it's not so good. I'm kind of wondering, similar things happened last year. People started moving left, except for one guy, which happened to be Alex Hoskins. He moved right, was able to play the ditch. I think he developed a little hold down lane. And so I'm kind of interested to see if somebody will venture and try that. Because as the transition's gone left, scores for the most part have actually gone down. Nothing's been able to develop. Lots of different playing styles and ability levels. Makes for a pretty hard environment. Obviously, they should break down a little different today because we got the best of the best making the cut here. So hopefully we see some scores start to develop. So can I click to get to Keegan here?
Yeah. So
Is that camera 4?
4, you just hit the number 4.
Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna keep an eye on Keegan here. He's on about a 270 pace right now. So he was your idiot, but he almost made the cut like 3 times. He was 10, 20 pins out. Smack. He's a pretty good player. He's a local guy. Tons of talent.
It'll switch at some point. So you might have to
Okay.
push forward.
I got it. I'm learning the ins and outs. And then in between each game, I'll duck out for just a minute so I can go put scores in off the computer. But it'll take me 2 seconds. That's all right. Good run. 250 on the fresh. That's pretty solid. Solid start. I'm assuming that should move him up into the top 16, even being the idiot. Because he qualified through the idiot rule, but he shot -1. He was right around that cut line a bunch of times, so he's already middle of the pack before he starts. Still a good game. Little 256 out of the gates for Keeg. Clay here came into the Swiss last night. Shot 270 against me. Humiliated me, beat me by like 100. All right, let's see what our lefties are doing here. Braden's on a 4-bagger spare. So he's on $190, 2-0. $190 minimum, probably closer to 210 if he just stays clean the rest of the way. Richie's on a string here. Richie Myers here on 24. He's on a 6-bagger. Richie battled all day yesterday. Finally put together a good set last night, last squad, to make the cut. So he's looking to move up the standings. There's gonna be a lot of movement. Your leader, Mr. Klumpkin, he's on about 180 pace currently. Oh man, 7-10, at least second ball to Phil. Still 220 game, that's gonna move Richie up the standings here. Patrick's going to join me later at some point, or he'll take over, but he looks like he's having a good time. My fellow pizza connoisseur. For those of you who think about tuning in, obviously we got the U.S. Open going on. Simo's your leader over there. So 2 o'clock this afternoon, you can tune and watch the U.S. Open. And this, of course. For those of you that have juniors, I have my Idaho Junior Open tournaments in April. I have like 10 spots left. Entries close, I think, today. So that's in Boise this year. So get those kids signed up for that tournament. I know we have the Butte coming up here in a few weeks. That's a massive tournament. You guys can hang out and watch that here on 406. Probably the best tournament, the old Butte tournament here in the Northwest. It's a good spare by Braden. Those are hard. Patrick, you having fun? Patty told me to make them harder. Last year, funny story, last year I talked to JJ and I said, you know, we need to make it just a touch easier. And I think our ratio is maybe 1.7 or 1.8 to 1. Last year, a little longer pattern. And they tore them up. The scores were rather large. So JJ made a little tweak, made him just a touch tougher, and I think we might have successfully tipped him the other way. We got some stuff. We got Orham here on 20. He was your second place guy coming in. He's just off screen. Let's see if I can pull him up. He was second coming in here today. Oh, that was big. That was a big shot. That's going to get him 200s. Much needed. Leo here doing what all amazing bowlers do, which if I say Leo, I'm sorry, it's Steve. But Coach K, after struggling for 5 frames, has found a way to put a turkey here going into the 10th. This is your leader in the clubhouse. He's trying to save a game here. Maxes out at 213. Strikes this one. He's in the 2-0s. I think the story of today is to pick spares, and baby twos are really good. If you can keep your bad games in the 170s, 180s, you're going to go a long ways. Oh, out of trouble. 4-7. That good finish here, it's going to get him into the 190s. Your leader in the clubhouse right now, Leo, should be, yeah, he's in the 190s. So honestly, to start that game, I think you told him in the 5th frame he could shoot 190, he'd take it. We've got Trevor Wakely here on 20. He's on a 200 pace. Like I said, you'll see a lot of movement. 250 in this. If somebody can manage to shoot 250, you're going to jump so many spots today. It's going to be crazy. It'll be a lot of fun. After this round, we're going to cut to the top 16, and it's all match play. Bonus pins. All the pins carry over all the way through. They'll have 8 games of match play. It'll be the top 8 versus the bottom 8. And then after those games, they will cut to the top 4 for your finals. Just a little information at this house. No matter what, it seems the higher you are on the 28 side, it hooks more, and as you go down towards lane 9, they just play slicker. Doesn't matter what we do, what pattern it is, it's just how it is. So I think we're bowling uphill on 28, and we're bowling downhill on lane 9, but you'll see some interesting transitions. You watch a little bit as people make the move from one side to the other. Typically, they're a little tighter down on the low side. All right, I'm going to go gather some scores, and then I'll jump back on here in a little bit. All right, scores are up. Your leader is still Steve Klumpkin going into game 2 of your final. Cameron Henning, plus 96. Mike Gorham, plus 86. Wardell, plus 74. Big game to jump up. Gio, plus 65. Clay, plus 64. Keegan, idiot to 7th place, plus 55. Strobel, plus 45. Kenny, 43. We have a tie at 10th at plus 37. Louis Dobie, plus 31. Richie Myers, plus 24. Alf Lopez, plus 15. Trevor Wakely, plus 9. Lynn Walker, plus 3. So the current cut to the top 16 is 3 over. I'm going to guess that cut line for the top 16 to make match play is going to hang right around even today. It might even drop under.
That's the background audio.
Oh.
It gets a little too loud.
Too many noises. But yeah, beautiful day here in Burley. Like 65, we should be golfing. But instead, we're in here hanging out with these awesome guys. It's such a fun weekend. It's the one thing we like to do. Every year. Man, it is crazy. You get a little steep through the fronts. They are gone. It'll be interesting. I think there might be a possibility. I see just enough people. There's a little bit of urethane going down the lane. Everybody's playing similar in lines through the front part of the lane. I think we can really see some, we might actually start to see some scores today. We might see some strikes. I was a little worried, but seeing some ball motion that we haven't seen the whole week. And it's just the lanes breaking down accordingly. So once again, we'll take a peek here at your leader. Coach K here is on 28. All right, so there's going to be some movement today. You're going to see some scores. You'll catch a good pair. See some 250s. You'll catch another pair. You might see some 150s. Got people bumping the table. Again, Dalton, thanks for coming out and supporting the tournament. All right, see how Morgan does here. See how the left side looks. Morgan's one of the best left-handers on this side of the country. Yeah, I just usually you can generate a little miss in, and it's just not there, and then there definitely is no help going right. So you have to be good down lane and your set down. Like if your angles aren't right, you don't have a chance. This is not one of those patterns where you're throwing it to a spot and you can just change balls and change angles, and as long as you get to that spot, the ball's going to do the same thing. There's not a lot of taper to the pattern front to back. So less taper, the more ball speed, the more angle comes into play. So you got to, a lot of times I think on house patterns, and even like if you go bowl nationals and stuff, left to right, they're flattish, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 range. But you have a lot of taper front to back. So you have a little more optionality as far as which angle you attack it from, because you have a little more help getting the ball to read down lane. So if you're coming at more angle, your ball's still going to get to the same spot and still be ready to start turning. On this, you have no help, so if you're coming at an angle, it's just going to blow right through it.
What's up, Tom?
Going down.
Oh, yeah.
Chilling out. Flipping around.
Yep. Hobbling my way.
Go. I definitely go last night.
Down 15. Which I was down like 150 at one point. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to start to see some of these guys are going to get on good pairs and actually have opportunities to score today on a few lanes. If they're actually playing similarly here. We got some wood on 11. They're on that. Here's Sam Lang's another one here. He was at it all day, shooting 2-0s and just barely missing the cut a few times. I think he would have been the idiot, but he whacked it. That last squad got in. No, they earned it. I was an idiot one time in Butte. I was an idiot in Butte, the old border war days. I actually made a run. I got up there, and I think I was the last person into the stepladder as an idiot. And I proceeded to lose the first match, but Andy Kinney, he's won a few tournaments. He's here on 19. I think he was a repeat at the Utah Open this year, which is unreal. 600-something entries in that tournament. Conditions basically like this, so the tougher the better. Annette with the strike here. Annette's got a good game going here on 19. Strike, turkey, strike. I think the funny thing about today too is I think there's going to be a 5 count about every game. So you just want a 5 count winner, not on a double. They are going to be tough.
It's a fun tournament. 5-man team. 5-man, it's a lot of money. It's all the old guys. It's a bunch of 50-year-olds on this team.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're at.
There's a Kennedy, Corbin, South, Leninger. Yeah.
That's a good team.
It's not bad. Minus the Kemp.
A couple of tournaments coming up this couple of weeks. So we have the Ring and 10, March 20th, 21st, and 22nd in Butte, America. The Edmonton Open is the second weekend of April 10th and 11th. Then we have the Railroader Scratch Classic in Napa at April 24th to the 26th. Dallas Burke's putting on that tournament there. It should be a good time. Pro 6 streaming will be at both the Ring and 10 and at Railroader as well, so please tune in for that.
It's Justin, actually. They call me Pooter. We got one here. They asked who I was. I'm the lucky guy that gets to host this tournament every year. So we enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good tournament, Justin. We enjoy coming down for it.
Yeah. We enjoy having it. It's fun. It's kind of it's one of those things. It's like a gathering of friends. Like that's people don't realize when you host these tournaments and stuff. And part of it, it's like we enjoy it just as much as the others do, especially when things are running smooth. And so far, we've been pretty lucky this week. Just get a chance to see all your buddies from out of town and get that stuff
an extended family.
Yeah, oh yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Right? It just
when you see people grow up like Keegan here, his family's been with us forever, and Breck, watching Breck grow up and bowl, and
right.
He's getting ready to go to college.
Yeah, I watched Breck throw his first 300 in Helena during the Montana Youth State Tournament.
Breck's
he
a
was
player.
12.
Yeah. Oh, he's a player. He's a Idaho Junior Open champion. He's got a lot of ability. Just
he'll be around the region for sure after he gets out of college.
He will. 1 second, got to yell at Clay. Will you stop shaking the camera? You see that camera on that table? You're giving people seizures. Yeah. Somebody over there is giving people seizures.
Yeah, the challenges of hosting a tournament in a bowling alley is using the tables, and one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
Bad internet, which is good here, so it's worked great. Bad lighting, which I can deal with, and then the tables.
100%. Always shaky tables, bumpy tables. We're lucky. We have a really big concourse.
Yeah.
I think when my dad built this place in 2000, so his ultimate goal was to make it a tournament center. Because back then we weren't obviously in the FEC times yet, you know. So it's kind of interesting. The bowling side of it is really rotated around like tournament play and just the big settee area, room for bowling bags, all that good stuff. We have a lot of flexibility, so we can move things around, make things work. So it makes it's nice to do that kind of stuff.
Well, it's nice because most of these folks show up not with 3 balls.
Yeah.
Right. So just the storage of bowling equipment is a challenge.
Yep. Yeah. I know we had the state high school tournament here, and you know how youth tournaments are. So.
Oh, yeah.
We had about 500 people in the center. We bring in bleachers and everything else, but it was nice. We could actually get around.
Right.
But we have taped areas. We wish you could see it. The amount of bowling balls and stuff stacked in areas, but we actually have room to get around, which is nice. So, all right, let's get back here. Dallas here. Dallas is actually about ready to start taking over the Northwest Tour, we think,
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, that he's going to be helping Dave do some transition stuff, and it's great. Dave's done a great job over the years, of course, and
yeah, like I said, I think it's always thanks to Dave. He started this thing 25, 30 years ago. He's been running these tournaments, and yeah, it's just great to see. It's great to see it's going to be able to keep on and stay on. I think Dallas have a little leeway to kind of put his stamp in how he wants to run things. But it's a great segment of tournaments. It's nice. It's kind of hard to find people that are willing to do these things anymore. All right, let's come over here. Got a few strikes. Got a high-scoring pair down here on 27 and 28, which there's a lot of talent. That is a laden talent pair,
Yeah.
to say the least. That was a good draw.
Yeah, good draw.
Keegan also here. He moved up to 7th. They're idiots all the way up to 7th place after the first game here.
Yeah, 256 will do that.
Yep.
Oh,
Had to make some minor adjustments here. A couple 10 pins. Back in the right part of the lane. I'm actually starting to see the ball shape a little bit. They're getting a little hook spot out there. Brianne will get it for you. Dietz wants his money. It's in the safe. So yeah, payout's great. It's gonna be $2,500 cash. Everybody that's here is gonna get, and I'm talking in money in pocket. So everybody here is gonna get $230 for making the cut.
pretty good. That's another thing in the Northwest that's good compared to other regions too. There's good added money.
Yeah.
And so that encourages the bowlers from the region to travel. You know, Clay brings a crew up to Montana all the time because the added money is so good.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to travel to go win $500 and go bowl 8 games to win $500. You know, all these tournaments are $2,500 for first place, so it's good.
But in that, and then it's also good for our under bowlers because they actually help like their entries.
Sure.
I haven't done the finger on it, but I would imagine there's at least 120 entries of the 260 something that are our under bowlers this weekend. That are we set ours at 205 and under. We don't run seniors and ladies here. We just do a 205 and under in the open cut. I have a strong feeling that puts the number where we're at. We have a lot of seniors that are just as good as, like there's no reason to have Steve Klimkin bowling against women. Not that the women don't beat him quite frequently.
Yeah.
Or with senior division, for that matter. In my opinion, that just fits for what our tournament has. We have like I said, it brings in a few more people that are right at that 200 number into that undercut. Yep. And you can see, we had one cut. Our first cut for the under division was 121 under for 4 games. So a 169 average would have got you here today, and more than doubled your money for your entry fees. So that's what keeps those guys interested. Gives them a chance to get back in here.
Well, it gives those of us that don't have a lot of talent to give it a try, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you see all these bowlers in the league that are really, really good, and they go all of these tournaments. And you go, well, I could do that.
Yep.
Then you go and try it, and you go, well, yeah, you got a little bit of work to do.
Yep, exactly.
To get better. So it's good.
And they really, I think it's for them. It's fun to share lanes with some of these people too. They've seen them. You've seen Steve been on a Masters show before.
Right.
Clay's got a hell of a history of competitive bowling. You got Gio. You have people like Breck that's coming up, who's probably one of the top juniors in the country. Duncan Whitaker, former top junior in the country. His game's developing. Obviously there's a transition when you go from the youth game to the adult game. I think it's a little eye-opening at times because there's just so much talent. And knowledge. A lot of the game, a lot of the sport is doing things that can't be seen. It's not like it's translating information as you throw the ball down the lane that you do not see other than reading what your ball is doing. There's no one thinks. A lot of it is just experience. It's seeing, okay, I've done this before. I've seen this reaction. This is what I needed to do.
And knowing that each center has a little bit of special character at different parts of it,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
The
100%.
upper end of the house played a little. You had a little bit more hook. The lower end was a lot tighter.
Yeah, so you picked that up already, right?
I picked it up, and I'm a
Yeah.
180 average bowler.
No matter what.
Yeah.
We put in new panels, and I was interested to see, and guess what? Everything's flat and good to go, and it still hooks more on the high end than the low end. It doesn't matter where we start the machine.
The same thing at Tough Guy as well. In Pocatello, it's the
yeah.
same way. Pair to pair is totally different.
Pair to pair is tough.
And
There's a
then
lot of things to
Bonwood
see.
for the Storm Open, they have 3 sections of that house, and they all play different. So on Sunday, when they're all moving to the right, to the high end, it just gets harder and harder because it's different than the other parts of the house. So.
Yep. The one nice thing we have is between the most pairs, they found the pair, the lanes play about the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of vast difference between left lane and right lane.
Yeah.
So that part's pretty good here. Obviously, only having 2-3-year-old lane surfaces makes that part nice.
And that might be a little bit different in the Ring and 10 this year too. They have new surfaces in Butte too. So Butte had a lot of characteristics in those lanes as well. And the lower end was different than the middle there, but now they're all brand new lane surfaces. So it'll be really interesting to see how that boils out in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. You should have seen lane 9 after we put in this wall. We put in the VIP down lane 8. Lane 9 changed when we had the old panels.
Oh.
We got it fixed there for a while. Lane 9 was, might have been leaning left a little bit. So the left-handers couldn't get it up the hill. The right-handers couldn't go the other way. But it was addressed when we got the new panels.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, right after you did that, I remember that the Storm Idaho Open, where Link was standing basically right next to the wall there on 9, loft in the gutter, and it was pretty. I have
a video of lane 1. We on the side, so if you go past the end of the approaches, it was tile. He was standing on the tile, throwing it over the left capping one year. That's just part of the reason why I like to re-oil all the time now. It's good for TV, everything else. I really like the idea of having fresh, because the fresher we can keep the oil, the more types of ability levels and stuff it keeps in play. It's a lot of skill. I feel, just from personal experience and stuff as well, like if we have to get left and loft gutter capping and stuff, it's hard on the old guys, and it's hard on the lower rev rates and that kind of stuff. You lose. It's definitely a big advantage to have power of a Link or even like Andy, who can really get left and knows how to kind of twist it through the front part of the lane and get the ball to do different things. Let's look at 21 here, if I can get there. Orham, Mike, he was second or third coming, I think third coming into the set. It's on a 5-back going to the 10th. So yeah, he's in the 230s. So that might jump him.
Mike started bowling quite a bit more in the regional tournaments. He stayed local after he moved to Bozeman. He was a Great Falls guy, and they travel all around the country when they were kids. And then now that he's bowling a few more, he was in Utah. He'll be in Butte. And, he's been bowling a lot more. And so the Orham family is just a great family. His mom and dad are great. We bowl with them in leagues and back home, and it's just great.
It's 230. I mean, really good physical game. Kind of old school, right? Like just goes up there, posts it, keeps it in play. But honestly, that's what's, you get in these difficult conditions, half the battle's just keep it in play, and then once you hit that good pair, you gotta strike.
You gotta strike. And leave yourself leave yourself spares that you can cover.
Yeah.
And if you leave them open, that's what you're giving pins away all the time. And making those makeable spares.
Yeah.
Don't leave yourself a 5 count that you can't cover. Green church or whatever, and leave yourself something that you can at least cover. Clay's on 205. No, 230 pace
Yeah,
down there as well.
Clay's making a little run here. I think 27, 28 is a good pair. It's funny, like our house, the best pairs in the house are the two ends.
Yeah.
9 and 10, you have infinity hold, and 27, 28, you have like, you can just get it right, and it hooks off the gutter. It's interesting. You'll see they have a little more miss room if you get 27, 28, and they're tighter on the left side of the house. But I think we have more 300 shot here on 9 and 10 than anywhere, and it's just because there's on our house pattern, and just because there's just so much hold on that pair.
Tasha Grove's going to have a good game down there on 27, 28 too.
Yeah, 218.
Clean game.
Clean
She's
is hard
throwing-
to come by.
Yeah,
in this
she's throwing the
place.
ball well. 216 for her, so that's great.
So let's see. Tasha was 94 under, so that, like I said, current cut line is +3 going into this game.
Yeah. Probably hang around there, I would
think
imagine.
it's going to hang around there. It might duck. I think it would not surprise me to see the top 16 duck under. It might be 10 or 15 under, but we will see. I think you'll start to see a little bit of separation. If somebody gets lined up here, put 2 or 3 good games together. A little more traffic than we had in some squads. People playing a little more in the similar part of the lane.
So what's the format after the top 16? What are we going to there?
So once we go to the top 16 is top 8, bottom 8. Top 8 versus the bottom 8 match play. Bonus pins, 30 bonus pins, 15 for a tie. And then they'll cut to the top 4, and then it's 3. And then it's just a four-man step ladder.
Great.
So we have a TV pair. We'll have here on 21 and 22. And then obviously our championship match, we always put on pink pins, which is always fun.
Yeah, that was a mistake a few years ago.
No, it wasn't a
Happened, or-
mistake. It
oh.
was not a mistake. So basically, and I'm not kidding, we had a lady call, and we had, when you have them on sign-in screens or whatever, the pair next to him was on a sign-in screen. And so the light was like slowly blinking red. Well, she called in to complain that it's distracting. So basically, I took it under my own free realm to go down and say, hey, we're going to bowl on pink bowling pins to the championship match. Because
That's
this
great.
lady literally called the bowling center to complain about what was going on. So it's kind of a middle finger in a sort of a way.
Sure.
And the funny part about it is now, is like some of those clips got all over YouTube. And we had some big games and scores, and it created a little buzz. So now it's one of those things. We do that. Pink pins is for our Idaho Open and the Idaho Junior Open.
Yeah, it's great. Great tradition. I actually didn't know that full story. I heard it was a mistake at first, and that's a good backstory there.
Yeah.
Rhino Page does something similar. He uses the old PBA gold pins.
Oh yeah, the old gold pins.
On his Sunday matches. So that's another tournament coming up. First part of May in Big Fork, Montana. He runs the Battle at Big Fork. It's a pretty good tournament. It's a dual pattern tournament, and then big money. He's got a lot of added money there, so there's roughly like a $4,000 first place. So I know a lot of people are in golf mode by May, so league gets done and most people are putting their stuff away and getting into the golf season, but it turns into it's a good tournament. And if you've never been to Big Fork, Montana, you need to go up there and visit. Glacier National Park will be in full spring mode, so it'll be beautiful up there as well. So,
well, let's check on Breck here. He's going to keep moving on up. The spare here will be in the 220s, which is large.
yeah.
So it's going to make up grain. There is some higher scores today. I mean, there's 3 200s on this pair. There's going to be 4 200s on 27 to 28. So, Breck chopped it, unfortunately. Chopped the head pin off the 1-2. That takes some talent. But
boy, they put in the road miles that
the family,
that family yeah. Kelly and Sheila, they're driving all over the place every single week, and they've got something going on, which is great.
Yeah, I was asking what they're going to do because he's getting ready to go to school, and they don't have a clue.
No, it's going to be tough too, and he's going to he's going to bowl and golf. He's
Yep.
an exceptional golfer as well, and so he's going to do both, which is great. But yeah, mom and dad that's tough. You know, those kids head off to college and they're to go bowl, and there's not a lot of bowling colleges in the close region, so it's not just a couple hour drive to go watch your kid bowl on the weekend if they're
No.
bowling in a tournament.
I did hear there's a slight rumor. I think they're trying to get the Weber State program going a little bit again. That's where I bowled a little bit in college.
Yeah.
That's in Ogden. Storm kind of backs that one a little. It's tough. I mean, you're Midwest to the Northeast. You know, you have NCAAs. It's an NCAA sport for the women.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a good lady bowler, you know, there's no reason you can't get a full ride scholarship to go somewhere.
No, yeah, there's a
unfortunately for us, that means the Midwest.
Right.
And now even with all the new college rules and stuff, the men's game's starting to have scholarships available. They're doing, you know, you're getting paid in other ways to get on these programs.
Yeah.
You know, so it's quite interesting. See collegiate bowling keep growing. There's tons of opportunities there. So the scores should be, once they're all done, Rhiannon will start getting those scores in, so we should have a score update here through game 2 shortly. I'm going to go do a double check on that. We'll be right back with you. All right, this is going to be interesting here. I just come down and check. We got Clay and these guys and Steve and Breck. They're moving to a pair where the high game was 140. So we will see what changes need to be made down here on 13 and 14. All right, scores should be coming up here soon. They just wrapped up here on 11 and 12, so it's probably about 2-minute lead time. We'll have a scoring update for you after that game. It's quite interesting to see as we move across how the pairs played a little different. They said 28 has a little bit of, it's a little tight down lane for those that just came off, but I think they don't realize how good they had it. But we will see. Keegan with a 4-pin here on 11. All right, let's. Jackson with a 110 lead. It's incredible. It makes you look really, really weird at times. You start going right. All right, so it'll be interesting to see how 13 and 14 transitions for these guys. Some of your leaders are on that pair. It was a high game on 13 and 14. Last game was 146. So we'll let you know how that turns out, but we'll see how these guys change to it. It'll be interesting to see the differences as they go on. 10 minutes of practice, obviously they can do a little bit of a damage or create a little bit of shape to the pattern. A lot of it has to do with where that first group goes. They kind of set the tone for that pattern, wherever that first group's playing. So I think that's why you see so many higher scores, obviously, on the PBA Tour. Even like the US Open, they develop. And it's just because people are doing similar things and they can get a little softer over time. Dallas Burke here on 19. 10 back. See if we got scores updated here yet. Starting to update. All right, your leader, plus 123 is Mike Orham. Second, Steve Plumpkin, plus 104. Third, Cam Henning, plus 95. Fourth, Clay Reese, plus 83. Fifth, Breck Strobel, plus 58. Sixth, Dustin Wardell, plus 56. Seventh, Tyler Kelly, plus 54. Eighth, Gio Clinaz, plus 45. Ninth, Lynn Walker, plus 29. 10th, Keegan Hirsch, plus 25. 11th, Louis Doby, plus 13. 12th, tied for 12th at plus 3, Andy Kinney and Tyler Lopez. Dallas Burke, minus 7. 15th, Braden Clerk, minus 8. And then we have a tie for 16th with Richie Myers and Duncan Whitaker at minus 11. So the score did go down 13 pins. It's just tough. It's tough moving forward. All right, let's take a look here. We got Derek. Once again, Derek's here bowling on 18. He runs a machine shop here in town. He make your motors all nice and pretty. So once again, thanks to Electric Motor Rewind for being our sponsor. The guy, if you need some copper, you want copper prices, his shop's the one to hit up. He's got lots of scraps for your needs. Right here next to him, actually, just a little shout out to Ryan. He's our mechanic. He's our head mechanic here. He keeps things running nice. He's kind of taken over so my dad can finally retire, which is good. My dad still comes in and helps him. Learn a few things every now and then, but he bowled well enough, and credit to him. keeping these things running soft. I can sit here and talk. Ryan's bowling, and we're not chasing damages, so good on him. See how Gio's looking. Gio's on a double. One of the better pairs in the house. So he's, what was that? Gio is slow hooking it currently. Or he's on a double, he's on the wrong side. Split, 13. Gio threw that 13 miles an hour. And Gio is currently in 8th place. Sam Lang's just a little bit out of the cut here, but he's got a good one going here on 23. Trying to make up some ground. Let's do a lefty check here. Looks like Morgan Robinson is your... Looks like our lefties are right around that number, all of them. Braden's just inside, Morgan's at 19th. Chase 20, they're all right around that 200 each game. Be interested to see if they can find something, get stuff better. So. There we go. We'll get that camera calmed down a little bit. Duncan Whitaker here, he's grinding away. Duncan is right on the cut line right now through 2 games of this Cashers round. It might be lower. We might be going down a little bit more. Oh, you're fine unless you want to. I think we might see a 30 undercut for the top 16. I think they're that hard. I think certain pairs are developing and certain pairs are not. So I think it's this might be one where your draw makes a big difference. 21 and 22 are TV paired for later. Seems to be a fairly high scoring pair here.
We'll re-oil
Yep.
for the championship, right?
Yep.
Not for match play though.
No, yeah. So we'll re-oil. No, it's re-oil for the Cashers round, and then as soon as we get to the stair step, we have a TV pair. We'll have fresh oil on the TV pair, and then winners move on. The one that was sitting out, we'll have a pair for them to stay warm on. We'll bring them on. They'll get 2 balls. Some 2 balls of practice, and then the other guy will come on and jump right in, and we'll go. Like I say, the biggest reason we've started doing TV pairs and doing some of the re-oil stuff is it's nice. It kind of brings they're bowling on what they bowled on tournaments. A little more pattern integrity. Right. It's a little more this. It's not luck of the draw. Who hit what pair. I mean, it's everybody on one pair doing one thing. You know, there obviously is a little advantage on that if you start and you've been bowling on that pair for 2 games at the bottom of the bracket there. But the good news is if you're top qualifier, you're guaranteed like $1,700. So
it's good for me too from a streaming aspect because I can get set up once and I don't have to just shuffling around
Yep.
trying to get the cameras moved or whatever it is, and it
Yep.
just allows it to have some better content.
Yeah, yeah, we can move some cameras around, different camera angles, different
Yep.
things. So, all right, looks like they're doing okay on 13 and 14. These guys made some adjustments here. Like I said, it's always interesting when people move. They go from a pair where we had 4 200 games, and we go to a pair where the high game was 146. And I think they were able to get that sorted out. So, here you go, Breck for an opening 4-pack here. It's always a good sign when you go to a new pair and you strike the first 4 times. If Gio wasn't so beautiful, I'd jump over this table and grab him. If you weren't so beautiful, I'd jump right over there. I know, no, it's fine. Spare by Ryan there. He's got a good, clean game going. Riker Miller is also another one of our local kids, fresh out of our youth program for a couple years. Nick Patton's also one of our local bowlers. Grew up in the Boise area. I think he's going to be heading back that way
Good shot, Jeff.
here shortly, actually. I think he's moving back up, going to do a little work for Josh. Over there, Josh and Bobby over there at Westies.
Jeff Carroll on 21 and 22 is strike 9 spare and 6 in a row.
That might have been the 3rd time I've ever seen Dallas Burke miss the head pin. They're tough. Oh yeah, yeah, we got some scores. They're starting to develop if you get in the right part of the lane here.
Yeah, you
Henning.
missed right. You're getting 3.
Oh yeah, see, Henning was just touch right there and head pinning out.
Yeah.
All right, Gio got here, looked a little lost. As all good bowlers do, you're not afraid to make some changes, make some adjustments. I haven't seen what he's doing. Be interesting to see. Earlier, he was trying to slow hook it. It was about 13 miles an hour is what he was throwing it. So I'm wondering if he changed his strategy here a little bit. I haven't seen these strikes. Yeah, see, that was slower, but it was not 13 miles an hour. Yeah, see, he picked his ball speed back up. So he went back up a mile. Obviously, there's a little more shape down lane on this pair, so I think he doesn't have to worry about hitting it quite as hard, making it read. It's just amazing what pair to pair does as you watch. You got one that gets a little bit of shape, and they can start striking. And that's the one thing with lefties right now when they're this tough. It's like they have to throw it so good because they're not going to have an opportunity to develop. The pattern's never going to develop for them. So they might not change as much, but it's not going to get easier. As we go.
And I don't think the lefties are following one another, so they're not necessarily right on the
it's
same.
like I say, when we do the lane assignment, it's completely random draw. So
Right.
it's interesting how it ends up. And I think on this pattern, it might be a benefit just for them just to know that what they got to do on every pair as they move across. Because changes get tough. So let's go over here. Jeff Carroll here is on a string. He's on a 280 pace here. Almost unheard of for this event this week.
He's been throwing the ball exceptionally well this year too.
Oh, he's a player. He can throw the ball.
There you go. Good shot, Jeff.
Oh yeah, packed it. Got some runs going on here.
Jeff did a little guest commentator spot for me yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things I don't really like to do myself, so I'd rather employ others. If I have to buy beer or pay for part of an entry, whatever it might be, get a little bit of help.
It's entertaining. Keeps us entertained here.
We had a good time with Chad Hauser and Corey Williams from Calgary during the scratch tournament up in Ronan.
Yeah.
They sat and drank beer and talked about grilled cheese sandwiches and then some bowling too.
All the good
But it was
stuff.
good. It was good. They didn't get me banned on YouTube, so they didn't curse and swear too much, so it was all right.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're building. I mean, feel free, you guys. I mean, if you're on YouTube, feel free to share it to your buddies and stuff. Some people watching. It's kind of interesting to watch these things unfold and the competition level at these tournaments. It's good stuff, and it's always fun to watch you see your friends and stuff bowl and see how they're doing. So
Mike Oram with another strike there on 25 and 26.
Chad's tuning in from across the country. Nick's out here bowling somewhere. I think he's on 17, 18 right now, Chad. Grovesy with the strike. So it'll be interesting to see what go. We're gonna have some movement this game. There's scores all over the place.
Yeah, some up and some quite
Some
a bit
up
down.
and some down.
Chase will strike out here for a 166. So
See what Breck
a
here.
little bit of ground there.
Breck goes 4 baggers, spare. So it's looking good.
Sam's on a 200. Case as well on
All right.
23 and 24.
Chase with the big finish there to get to 160 something. So let's get back here to 21 and 22.
Okay, so on 21-22, Jeff Carroll's going to
Yep,
step up 7 in a row, 8 in a row.
we're there. So
280?
yeah, it's 280 pace. Gio here is trying to get into the 2-0s.
Light.
Ah. See, honestly, on that one, it's just a little steeper through the front. You can set it in just a little bit, and then it misses spot down lane. Ah, 2-pin. No, same thing. I mean, honestly, if you look at that shot down lane, it's almost the same. It's just, there's just not a lot of shape front to back. And so it just makes those angles through the fronts so important. Your ball speed's got to be right. It's got to go. This is not one where you can just throw it to the same spot down lane from multiple angles and it's going to do the same thing. So you got
no free hook whatsoever,
there's
right?
no free hook. I mean, there is free hook if you pull it towards the head pin and then it goes in the
Well,
left gutter. We had a few of those this week. Chad, we switched Nick. So Nick had a little arm injury in here, and he started bowling two-handed. And I said, the hell did you ever throw it one-handed? He throws the ball so much better two-handed. So Nick, honestly, making this cut, he's 3 months into switching to two hands. So he's made it a long ways. Release is much better. I think for Nick, just the few pointers I've given to Nick as he's been starting his journey going that direction out of two-handed bowling is the important part on two-handed. You got to get the ball going down the lane. It's so easy to hit up on it and get it to stand up, but you have to control that motion down lane. So, we're working on getting more reverse pitches in his fingers, getting his shoulder tilt a little bit farther forward to really get that ball down into the lane a little bit more, which will help the ball read the pattern a little more, not so much stand up out of the pattern. So yeah,
Ball,
Carroll with the
Jeff, 259.
259. That's going to move him up the
Yep.
standings. Let's see here. We got to check our leader in the clubhouse here. Mike. I would look for that. Let's check
Andy,
over
another
here.
200. It'll be 212 max.
All right.
You can just watch the body language when on these bowlers when they miss just a little bit, and then they
Oh yeah.
stand at the foul line going, "What just happened?" Yeah.
They haven't seen enough bad things in their life yet. So that's what's also the good thing with kids is they haven't experienced traumatic events yet. You know, I think for a lot of us, especially for me at times, I get up there and I think about what bad things can happen and not so mind to accomplish.
Yeah.
Like I think the best people in the world, it's always the next shot or the objective is 100% what I'm trying to execute, not what I'm trying to avoid. And I think at times you get on these tough conditions, it's like I just don't want to throw a split. I just want to get it to the spot, and then your arm swing tightens up. And then,
And we talked about that yesterday. You know, people with a tight arm swing, you just can't repeat your shot.
No.
So instead of being nice and loose and just letting it just
you got to
roll
lose.
off your hand.
You
And
can't force it. There's no forcing the ball, jamming it in.
oh, that'll come back.
So
I need to spot.
we're having just a little bit of buffering issues here, but they'll get it back going here. If he strikes out, he can get into those 2-0s. 125 of the 7th. Work on getting our network flowing again here. There's a big strike in the 9th for Mike. So pulling some magic tricks, trying to get the feed to clear up for you guys here. It's like a 25-26. It's kind of interesting to see the trend on pairs difficulty here. As we walk across. So transitions starting to hit. There is a point where we get to, and and they just hook a ton. They break down and then they just start hooking. So